in the third week, we have an embryo like this, okay? Here is a ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Here is a yolk sac. Here is a paraxial cord. Here is a neural tube. And here is a lateral plate mesoderm. Okay? Divided two plates. Here is covered the yolk sac. And that one is under the ectoderm and cover the amniotic cavity. By the development under the next week, the next day, look here, because of the appear of the somite, paraxial mesoderm, and development of the neural tube, we have a two-folding. Lateral folding and craniocaudal folding. Head and tail folding. If you look here, during to the lateral folding, a new cavity appears. Before that, give me a paper. Yeah, that's it. Our body is like this. Okay? At first, you have three layers. The lateral plate from the lateral, they start the folding like this. And make a cavity. That's the thorax and abdomen. And after that, between them, we have a diaphragm. Here, in this picture, we have a folding. That is this one. And between the yolk sac and the ectoderm, we have a cavity. The ectoderm is skin. Here is a gut. Here is a tube, okay? From mouth until the anus, okay? That's the tube. And inside another tube. Tube is body cavity. And here is the one tube, here is another tube. We have a three tube. One is gut, GI system. This tube is a spinal cord, vertebra, okay, neural tube. Means during the development, a tube over the beyond the tube develop. And in another some books say that a tube inside a tube develop. But in the long man say that a tube over the tube develop. So now we have a cavity. This cavity is thorax and abdomen. And we say the body cavity. And this body cavity, how to divide the two cavities, thorax and abdomen. At first, we have just one cavity. But you know, inside the cavity covered by the membrane. You know that? Yes. For example, we have a cepha, retinome, they cover the abdomen. Pleura, jam. Yes, that's cover the thorax. Okay, and that's we have a pleural cavity for the lung and pericardium. Okay, every pericardium have a two layer. One layer is on the axia. Okay, for example, on the heart, one layer is peripheral. In the lung, one layer is over the axia, gut. For example, here is because the lung is bought from the gut, is covering the lung, we say visceral pleural. Peripheral pleural is in a muhit. Let's say the peritoneum. Okay? One is on a amasha, visceral. One is in a parietal. So we have two types of the membrane. One membrane covers the yolk sac. We say the splanchnic layer or visceral layer. One layer is under the ectoderm is somatic layer. Just, here's the mesoderm. Okay? Mesoderm compared to the muscle. If one layer, the first layer, just a one or two layer cells convert to the membrane. Membrane is so thin and shaffaf, transparent. Okay? So we have two types of the mesoderm layer, splanchnic and somatic. The splanchnic, the first cell of the first layer of the cell of the splanchnic convert to the visceral peritoneum, visceral pleural, visceral cardium, and the somatic is under the skin. Okay, here is a muscle, and this layer at the first layer of the cell, we say the mesothelia. Does it convert to the parietal? Convert to the parietal peritoneum, parietal pleural, and parietal pericardium. So we have a cavity and covered by the two layers of the membrane. One membrane is in a visceral muhit. One layer is over the parietal, and one layer is a amahsha. Okay, that's visceral. Got it? For example, if you open our body, for example, in sheep, you can see the intestine. The membrane is around the intestine. That's a visceral. One of them is inside the cavity. Is a pipe. Yeah, look here. For example, this layer is parietal and this layer is visceral. Okay, it's our body. Here is, for example, the gut intestine. Here is a splanchnic, here is a somatic. From the lateral plate mesoderm. As I told you, these surface cells convert to the membrane, cellulose membrane. Here is, for example, there's a peritoneum. Peritoneum, this is Arabic, صفائح.
صفائح من حجاب الحوادث.
صفائح, I know. What?
صفائح split.
The صفائح, that's Arabic.
صفائح.
It's not Farsi.
صفائح.
But the sauce, صفائح.
هي هاي حجاب الحوادث أو مسلبات. واحد صفاء مسلجة. صفاء شو مسلبات.
What happened for the as I told you before that, not a cord. Oropharyngeal membrane, cardiogenic area, and septum transversal. Let me tell you. Do you remember?
Yes.
We have folding. What happened? At first look at here, the heart is in this part. And the septum transversal want to be diaphragm. Here.
فوق.
Got it?
راح ندور الأسفل.
If you look here,
تنغلق الفتحة.
Here's the cardiogenic, okay? Here's the oropharyngeal and septum transverse. Because of the folding, the cranial caudal, what happened? The heart come to the thorax. And the septum transversum is behind it. And finally, we have a heart here, we have a septum behind it, here's the umbilical. This septum, inside it we have a liver bud. Liver is started growing, as is behind, means under. The liver is here, under the diaphragm. Heart is over the diaphragm. And the mouth, that's a, for example, here is a mouth.
Mouse.
Mouse? Or mouse? Mouth. Mouth. Okay, that's not a mouse.
Mouse.
That's because of the folding, that's craniocaudal folding. Finally, the septum transversum divide the pericardium, that's the body cavity, to two parts. Here is the pericardium cavity. There is a pericard arc, and here is peritoneal cavity. So we have a two cavity at first. We haven't no lung. Okay, we have just the pericardium and peritoneal. Peritoneal cavity. But they have a relationship with each other. Just here, that's the septum transversum. Here is the heart. That's the gut. You can see the gut. That's the connect to the posterior wall and to the anterior wall. The gut have a connection with the anterior and posterior. This is a mesenterium. Mesenterium means a membrane, a part of membrane. Look here. A part of the splanchnic connect to the somatic. In some part we have a dorsal, and some part we have a antral. The gut finally convert to the intestine like this. That's the meri, okay? Esophagus, stomach, intestine, and here is a cloacal. And here finally is a protoktome, and we say the anus in the final, in the future. This mesentery is dorsal mesentery, and here is the anterior mesentery, or ventral mesentery. Look, as I told you, inside the transversum, here is a bud from the gut and make it liver. In the future, this part convert to the falciform ligament and the lesser omentum. You study it in a digestive system. So the mesentery, you finally in the digestive system. What happens if the folding don't arrive together, don't attach together? That's a lateral, okay? There's a lateral folding. If don't arrive together, what happens? In the middle, we have a cleft. And the heart is extratrophia. Means the heart is, dextrotrophia means that the heart is outside of the body. And the intestine is outside the body. And you can see like this. Intestine is outside. Normally we have an omphalos cell. Omphalos cell, that's not here. The omphalos cell, you know, you have a hernia, physiological hernia of intestine. Between the 6 and the 12, because the peritoneal cavity haven't enough space, the intestine goes down. Okay? And the 12, you will just come back to the peritoneal cavity. That's normal. For example, here it's covered by the amniotic, by the peritoneal and amniotic. And the amniotic fluid like this, okay? In case that's covered by the amnion, here is the intestine inside the umbilical cord. But here is the gastroschisis. The gastroschisis means that's open and intestine directly connect with the amnion. And the amnion digests here and get the child was born there. Because of the intestine, that's a necrosis. As I told you, if in the middle, in the precardium, that's a failure in the body fluid, we have incomplete development of the body wall, and the heart is the exit of the body. We say the ectopia cordis, the abdomen viscera is outside. We say that the gastroschisis, the urogenital organ. Here is the bladder and we say that the cloacal extrophia or bladder extrophia, and here is another association. We say the contralateral pathology means the ectopic cordis, diaphragm have a cleft, pericardium have a cleft, defect in the sternum is divided, and the omphalos and gastroschisis. This is the folding. If don't arrive together, we have a contralateral pathology. Means that five abnormality defect with each other.
We discovered that from the ultrasound. Can we fix it or avoid it?
Still there. For example, the gastroschisis, no. But by the surgery, yes. When we have a folding like this, what happens? The septum, look here, that's the cardium, okay? This septum is complete. But it's not complete. Between the precardium and between the peritoneal, we have a cleft. We have a foramen, like this. Look here. This is the septum. Here is the pericard. Here is the peritoneal. Here is the pericardo-peritoneal canal between them. Got it? For example, is like this. Okay? We have it. That's not complete. That's not complete. We have a two foramen here, two canals. Okay, that's the heart. Here's the pericardium. Septum transversum. That's the mesoderm here. And here's the pericardium. There is a two canal between the pericardium and peritoneum. What happened? But it's completely divided, completely separate. Look here, there is a bud here that starts to the body, sparking from the esophagus, from the gut, that's the lung. Because the heart is so big, is not able to the ventral. Okay, it's not go to the ventral. It's go to the posterior and temporarily close this part. Like look here. This is this lung. Okay, on the lung. Let me see. Here is a graph, and here is a binding of the lung body. As I told you, we have a precordial anterior. Okay? In the posterior part, the lung started growing. But because the lung is big, it goes to the posterior part. Because in the normally, I use the marker. Look here, that's the embryo is like this. Okay, that's the heart here. Here is heart, and here is a gut. Okay. As I told you, this lung is lung bar. Because there is no space, it goes back. Okay? Start with the growing in this part. And temporarily close this canal, precardio-peritoneal. As I told you, we haven't pleural, we haven't pleural lung, and we say the precardio-peritoneal canal. And this position is the embryonic position or fetal position. Fetal position means this part. This part is the ventral, this part is dorsal, okay? Means that when we have a bud that's not able to the ventral, it goes to the posterior, to the dorsal. That's the caudal, sorry, caudal. Because of the embryonic position, we have a lung is growing, posterior to the heart, but if you look here, the thorax have a three part. In the middle we have a heart, two lung, bilateral. Okay? But now, the lung is in a posterior. What happened for it? From the lateral, from the somatic method, look here, that's a twofold, start to the growing. It wants to separate lung from the heart. They don't separate in the normal. They start to the coming together. That's a start to the growing. Look here. Here is a splanchnic because they cover the gut, cover the lung. Here is a pleural, visceral pleural, and under the ectoderm we have a parietal. Okay, parietal pleural. Okay, sorry for that. My mispronunciation. Finally, look here, inside the pleural, because now we have a two cavity, pleural, precardial. Here is a precardio, peritoneal, pleural, precardial. Inside it we have a common cardinal vein and phrenic nerve. The phrenic nerve is for innervation of the diaphragm. Okay? The common cardinal in the future convert to the varid ajwaf tahtani. inferior vena cava. وليد أجواف تحتاني. We have two veins. That's enter to the heart.
Yes.
Superior vena cava
Anterior.
and inferior.
Yeah.
Inferior.
Inferior.
The inferior pierces the diaphragm. Look here. That's the common cardinal vein. That's convert to the vena cava. And behind the heart, let's say come here, the phrenic nerve innervates the pericardium. That's why. When we have pain in the heart, the phrenic, because the C3, 4, 5 of the spinal cord is in common with the heart, we have pain in the left hand. Because of this phrenic, and it's come back to the embryonic reason. Okay. At first we have a two cavity, pericard, peritoneal. We have a canal between the pericardial peritoneal. We have a long bud, twofold, that's called pleuropericardial, start to be growing, come to here. And if you look in the next shape, that's arrive together and finally goes back and attach to the posterior. It means that the lungs come to the lateral of the pericardium. Okay? The heart is in the middle and two lung buds in the lateral side. We have a pericard, this fold, okay? This fold. This fold convert to the fibrosis pericard. We have two types of the pericard. Fibrosis in the lateral and visceral or cirrhosis on the here, over the heart. So we have a lung covered by the viscera, and here is a parietal. Between we have a pleural cavity. Okay. It is so the tracts divide the three cavities in the middle mediastinum. We have a heart. In the pleural cavity we have a lung, but there is a canal between them. Okay. How close it? Here is a septum transversal. Here is a pericardoperitoneal. Twofold start to the growing. Because we have a lung now, its name is pleuroperitoneal. It's not pericardoperitoneal. That's growing, and here's a gut, okay? The gut is esophagus. Here is a mesanter close to the posterior part. Here is a vena cava. Do you remember vena cava? Common cardinal convert to the vena cava. And finally, the pleuroperitoneal fold that's attached to the septum transversal. And after that, start to the growing and cover the septum transversum. Septum transversum is a scaffold. It's a base for diaphragm. And after that, that's no role in the diaphragm. The diaphragm covered by the pleuroperitoneal fold. Okay, cover this part. And you know the diaphragm in the central is tendon, in the lateral is muscle. The myoblast from the lateral part come to the and cover this area and So that's because it's from the sixth part of the neoblast of the thorax immigrate to this part that's innervated by the neoblast intercostal nerves of the ribs of the intercostal nerves. So that's in a 5-week septum transversum. Here's a you can see the three foramen inside the diaphragm. Here's the aorta. Okay. Aorta. Here's the esophagus. Here's the vena cava inferior. If you study in the next term, the diaphragm in the digestive system, you can see the 3 foramen inside the diaphragm. Vena cava inferior, because of the cardinal vein. Gut, esophagus. Here is a dorsal aorta convert to the aorta. Okay. And septum, the diaphragm, the middle part is tendon, the lateral part is muscles. But this mesentery convert to the crus of the diaphragm. The diaphragm have 2 crus, right and left. The mesentery of the esophagus convert to the crus of the diaphragm. And finally, separate the peritoneum from the thorax. Because there's a peritoneum. So at first we have a like this. That's a folding. Look here. That's a notochord, oropharyngeal. Here is a cardiac. Okay. And septum transversum. We have a folding. Okay. In this folding, there is a peritoneum, there is a pericarp. Here's a pericarp. Look here, between them we have a 2 canals. Pericardial, peritoneal. A long start to the groin. Yeah. There is a canal, the pericardial peritoneal. The long body start to the groin. And after that, the fold is a peritoneal precardial start to the groin and separate and make a mediastinum in the middle, precardial for the heart and pleural for the lung. Finally, a membrane, because now we have a pericard. We say that the pleuropericard groin arrive to the mesentery and cover all parts. Yeah. And finally, separate completely thorax from abdomen. What happens if don't arrive together? If, for example, look here, that's the diaphragm. This part is tendinous, this part is muscular. Inside it we have a 3 foramen, vena cava inferior, esophagus and aorta. Here because of the common cardinal vein, here because of the gut, here because of the dorsal aorta. If, look here, we have a congenital abnormality of the diaphragm, hernia. You can see the intestine enter to the thorax and collapse one of the lungs. And if they after the birth, they have to surgery here. Maybe we have in this part, if John myocyte immigrated to this part, you have parasternal hernia, and maybe some of the intestine come to inside it.
Intestine.
Maybe in some, oh, that's absent. Maybe we have esophagus hernia and a stomach, a part of the stomach entered to the pericardium, to the mediastinum. For you, I delete this part. No, just the correlation, clinical part. Okay, question. And you can see this video in the film.